What do you say, baseball fans? Rye Bread talking baseball, episode 48. We got all kinds of cards today. We're keeping the card theme going. Wild cards up first, and some appointment pitchers later, and one marquee matchup that is kind of fading in shine by the moment. We got a couple bets also to go with that. Rays dropped one yesterday. Ooh, it was bound to happen. But Rich Hill looked amazing yesterday. I haven't seen Rich Hill look like that in a long time. Blowing 91 by guys. He had everything working, and they wasted it. But the Rays have gotten so many fortuitous bounces along the road here on this winning streak. It was bound to happen. And it reminded me of the first time the Rays went to the World Series in 2008. They dropped 3 out of 4 in their second series of the year, but it was at KC. They split at home, and it was at KC in July, and they dropped 3 out of 4 games. And the overall season series that year was 3 wins against 5 losses against Kansas City, and it was one of the only teams that they had lost a series to that lopsided. So that's kind of playing out. If it means we go back to the World Series, I'm all about it, baby. But it had to be mentioned. Rich Hill looked great. Wow, everything that you've gotten out of Rich Hill so far has been gravy. So he's the gift that keeps on giving. Deja vu all over again with that Royals thing. But I like where the Rays are headed. We're bound to lose a game. It's fine. We're going to have to get back on it now. Glasnow going tonight. You know we're checking it out. But Toronto and Atlanta helped out, and the standings haven't changed. Rays still up in the standings. Toronto 6, New York 2. A little bit of a surprise for me there. But Toronto have been just getting bad bounce after bad bounce against the Rays. And that bullpen for Toronto has just been abysmal. Man, did they give up the farm against the Rays all week. So I was kind of surprised to see New York with only 2 runs. The kid that is getting called up today for Toronto, I say kid, he has 3 years of NCAA experience at West Virginia, 218 innings as a starter and a reliever. He started as a reliever, I know, and I think they started him more prevalently because it was 50 innings, a season in summer ball, and then 100 innings. But his professional experience is exactly this. 2019, 17 innings at A-ball. 2020 didn't pitch. And then 2021, 18 innings at AAA. We don't do a lot of math here, but that's 30-some-odd innings of professional experience, and now you're showing up at Yankee Stadium. If he goes in there and does it, he's a legend. And the price is expensive at minus 127. But the bullpen is capable of giving up 5 runs to the Yankees. And there's no way this guy goes more than 6 innings. Even if he's got a no-hitter through 6, they're taking him out. So the bullpen alone is capable of doing it. And if a rookie goes in there and shuts the Yankees out for 6, then okay, he's earned it. I just like the over in this too much. And then, whatever. If you want to get technical with it, you could take the Blue Jays to win it. It's a little bit too rich for my blood because Domingo German has been so good. That's why I just did it on the Yankee side. I didn't want to do the over of 9 because Domingo German, since the rough start, say what you will about him personally, I'm not into his off-the-field act. Forgiveness comes hard when you're doing that to women, but he, as a professional baseball player, he's winning the games that he starts. The Yankees have won, I think it's 6 in a row now with him on the mound. He doesn't lose when he's starting in May. So I was afraid to take the overall number. So I just did it 4.5 runs over for the Yankees. And with the Toronto bullpen, I think that's a safe bet. Moving on. The Angels beat the Rangers, and I want to take the Rangers at 110 with Dane. We know Dane Dunning's going to do his business. No, he has the numbers aside. It's Griffin Canning for the Angels, and I just don't like the Angels now. I just think they're not in a good place. They know they need these games, but I don't see it. I'm going with the Rangers in that one. Atlanta beats Boston. We touched on it before. Man, when I'm playing against Boston, they're so clutch with runners in scoring positions, it seems, or they always seem to do it against me. But the times that we've taken them, they've left an army on base. It happened again last night. They end up with 1 run. That hurt. Seattle gets one against Oakland. That hurt. Irvin, my boy Swervin' Irvin. It's 4-3 Seattle. And then rounding it out, LA beats Houston 9-2. We said Greinke's just rough at home, and it continued. But it's Bauer and Garcia tonight. You can't just say Garcia because which one, right? When I was in the Marines, we had like 10 of them. And my chosen family member out there in Philippines, Javi Garcia. I've got Garcia's coming out of my ears here. But it's Luis Garcia for Houston tonight. And it's Bauer. And you know that the crowd is going to be tough on Bauer. And if you want Bauer to play the heel, he'll play the heel. He'll play the villain. He does it well. I was tired of him early, and then I realized this guy's just having fun out there. And now I really like Bauer. I know that's not a popular take on Twitter. They do the guy so wrong, man. He's just having a good time out there. Get over it. It's fun. If you want to pump the guy up, put positive energy into the old Bauer outage. He'll be jacked up, get that crowd going. You want to put the negative energy in? He'll cool it down and play the heel. It's fantastic. Why not? Oh, man, I'm watching. It's going to be a great game anyway. Oh, man, I miss my Garcias. David Garcia, armorer extraordinaire. My roommate. Poor bastard. That's my boy, Dave. If you're watching, I don't know if you even like baseball. But, man, out in Vegas, we love you. And in the Philippines, too. I'm worldwide on my Garcias. Oh, you got me all misty-eyed over here. You guys are great. The baseball card thing, I'm going to leave it alone, but it transfers over to the human card of Bauer to the baseball card of a ridiculous demand. I still can't believe how hard it is to get a pack of retail baseball cards. That should be available. Retail, it's 2021. Packs. I went to the store, to the CVS, to grab some for my nephew. And they said, yeah, right. What, just a pack of baseball cards? I was wondering if I was going to be able to decide which one to get. Am I going to go with the Donruss? Am I going to go with the Bowman? Am I going to go with... I don't know what I was going to do. And she's like, yeah, right. Our last shipment was 4 packs. I was like, what do you mean 4 packs? You mean 4 boxes? No, 4 individual packs. That's what they got. And they were gone in 5 minutes because somebody knew the schedule and when to check. That's insane demand. But if you're only releasing 4 packs at a time, that's how you build demand. And the prices of cards are way up. It drove me out to the garage to unpack some old boxes, and lo and behold, I found some old Star Wars stuff. You can probably see the editions. That's an original Darth Maul. But I had cards that I didn't even know, man. I've got Bo Jacksons and Mattingly's and Griffey's and just coming out of my ears. Maddox, Gwynn, Pete Rose. I've got all kinds of crazy cards, man. I didn't even know that had survived my trials and tribulations, but my family had pieced it together while I was international for 25 odd years. And I pieced it all together kind of recently. I hadn't even looked in it, and there it was. So we've got cards coming out of our ears, and I had no idea how this card craze had gone so off the rails. And even on MLB 21, the show, the baseball PlayStation game, the cards that are involved in that, it's really, that part of the marketing has been great. I wish we could just get these games lifted blackout so we could just switch through easily or watch multiple games at a time. Then we'd be rolling somewhere. But I wanted to mention that about the cards. It was odd, man. It's for the kids. And people are fighting in the parking lot for cards. Grown men fighting for baseball cards. But when there's money involved, that's what it's about. It's not about the joy of the cards. So I'm going to keep an eye on that. That seems kind of like an environment that needs to be altered a little bit. Because it's for the kids, man. That's baseball cards and stuff. Relax. But make your money. I would never say don't make your money. That's why we bet them here. So successfully. Actually, we're back down to $2 to the plus. We need to get some W's. All right, back to baseball. Chicago White Sox, I was all the way wrong on that one. I didn't know why Flaherty was such a number, and look at that. Flaherty gets his first loss of the year. It's Chicago 8, St. Louis 3, and then they have Rodon tonight against Gant. I think the White Sox win again. Rodon has just been amazing, and that leads us into our appointment pitchers. Don't miss Rodon. Get a couple innings. And we got Nola going against Miami. Take a couple innings of Nola. The game that I was talking about before that looks good, Marquez at Stroman, the lineups here are in tatters. And the Mets just can't get right. I like Dominic Smith. I think he's a good player. He's a dangerous hitter. But, man, there's not much around him anymore. Conforto's hurt. McNeil's hurt. And they're not coming back soon. They just got bad news on both of them. So, as good as you can expect, or the pitching for the Mets is going to be great again. I like watching Stroman. He's one of our appointment guys. And Marquez has been underperforming. The love's lost. I had Marquez in Dynasty, so that's why I'm salty. For a long time, but he was good for a while, but I've moved on from him. Stroman, so I'll watch it. And then probably Paddack, too. I always check in on Paddack. Milwaukee hosting the Padres. The Padres are so tough. I really like watching the Tatis Jr. If you don't stay up late and watch Fernando Tatis Jr. of the Padres, you're doing yourself a disservice. And if you're out west, check it out. Or at least look at the highlights of the guy. He's amazing. He's next level out there. He's so fun to watch. You've got Ohtani and you've got Fernando Tatis Jr. It's all out on the West Coast. And you got Acuna back this way. But Ohtani and Tatis, they move so fast. Acuna is just light speed along with all that power. These guys are so incredibly talented, and we still have people talking about how the game is ruined. Get off my lawn. It's been so exciting, man, watching baseball. It just drives me nuts to hear people complaining about the strikeouts and the home runs and how this and that. Look, man, when people need base hits and it comes down to it, they're going to go for base hits. Some of these guys still hit for contact. Yandy Diaz, Wendell, these Rays guys they still hit for gap to gap, walls. The White Sox are doing that. They're scoring a bunch of runs. If you have a team full of guys that just want to hit jacks and hit 210 or 225, that's fine. But if you have guys that'll mix in and get a couple of base hits, those OBP guys, like we've said about the analytics, it works. And it does slow down the merry-go-round of the base pass with the doubles, which is obviously fun for everybody. But as the weather heats up, and the correction of this ball that they have kind of evens out, guys are going to need to get their base hits. And the Rays do that. So that's just predominantly a lot of the baseball that I watch. Of course, you're getting the big power numbers, and I like that too. But we're running a little bit long here. Stop complaining about the baseball. It's fantastic right now. Just enjoy the ride, please. I don't want any negative energy, man. The negative that you put out stays out. Put out the positive. Let's see it tomorrow. Remember, Bascom's Chop House, Clearwater, Florida, 15 minutes from the Trop. Best steak in the city, best wine list in the city. Siargao Island, Philippines, all my dudes out there. Bravo Beach Resort, you'll find them all there hanging out. You want to do a little partying? It'll be good times out there for me, hopefully, in the fall. We miss you guys. We'll see you again tomorrow. We're going to do 162.